Lovely. Cuckoo.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I mean, look, buddy. Here's our last specimen. The last one came out just gloriously. That's our plan. So Scott's up just getting a 500i. I want that man to test my saws, and I'm gonna run Pavarotti here as I just put a grind on it. It's probably too hungry, but it'll eat this little tree up. Okay. Oh, what's happening there? Oh, who comes here? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? An Oregonian. Is that what you guys are called?
Loose on the island.
Loose on the island, an Oregonian with a 500i. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. All right, enough rambles, bucking. Let's cut. Oh, he started so nice.
Gotta love that.
Friends, I've been back on the stump pretty steady here. I gotta tell you right now, there's nothing like, you hear that? There's nothing like a ported saw with a fresh ground chain on it. When you live on these things, this is such a fun video. This is our last tree of the day here. It's been a wonderful time hanging out with Scott. Go over to his channel, friends, The Essential Craftsman. I mean, the guy's, he's a cutter, right? He's a cutter. He's done all kinds of stuff, but you can tell in his heart, and hanging with him, I can see that he has a real soft spot for the logging. Even though he's a contractor and a construction man, he's more than that. And we just had such a good time. Thank you all for all your positive comments for Scott and that, and myself in this collaboration. Look at this saw. You saw by Scott's thumbs up there, we nailed our undercut. I'm just cleaning out stuff, and we start talking about the ground chain, because he saw me grind it in the shop. And I was just explaining to Scott how, well, he noticed it actually, how the chain just picked up the wood instantly. It didn't have to skip off the wood, the shelf. It just grabs wood. And we're talking about that ground chain, friends. So, friends, I'm going to walk you through what I'm talking about, because you can't hear me. Now, this tree's got a big slab of meat holding it on the stump. This is imperative what I'm saying to Scott. And he's got it on his camera. Who knows what he's going to do with it. But I'm telling Scott right now that I take a look, see what I got. This next cut is so important right now. It tells me what's going to happen. If I'm looking at my kerf, I'm losing. Simply, I'm losing. And my falling will not be smooth. Instantly, I know what I got for wood. I look up right now as soon as I start bucking and eating fibers. What is the crown doing? Look at my head. I'm cutting and looking up. Okay? It's telling me what it's doing. If it's not moving forward as I'm cutting, well, I better get a wedge popped in there. I should have had a wedge in there sooner. But, do you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about with Scott.
Lovely.
You're good?
I'm good.
So
That was good, Billy.
that turned out good. So I actually looked up. You guys didn't see that. But I looked up, and I'll tell you, this stump, that I'm glad I hung that high, because look where it laid. Right where we wanted. We're fighting those crowns like crazy.
Yeah, it had to roll up.
It was in it, like in it. So I nipped this side,
Yeah.
and she just, I mean, it's the quarters you're in, right? That came out super nice. Everything's on the left. I'm happy.
No, and you just cleaned up all those other ones so that you
No scars?
No scars.
Good.
Not a mark.
I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. With the screen knocked out of the hat, that's beautiful.
Yep. Not a mark.
I love it. Little piece of deadwood. This right here came down. I was walking out looking at Scotty. That little piece of deadwood tickled his hat.
Bam.
And knocked the screen right out of his hat. He
Yep.
just glasses knocked down on his nose. He said, "Get out of here," he says. And this is also a message in this. Lots of guys are videoing and playing around, and this 2-man on the stump is not allowed here. It's not. It's not our system, friends. 2 men are not allowed on the stump with a power saw here in BC fallen timber, unless you're in a training setting. Doubling up happens in certain spots, but just falling a setting of timber, it doesn't happen. And
I was told two tree lengths.
that's what it is. Yeah, it's 2 tree lengths away.
Yep.
Doubling up, me and Bear Claw back in the day before certification, we would fall side by side all day long, and then they stopped all that, and there's a reason for it. So it's not taught here. It's actually, if they catch it, they'll actually reprimand you quite a bit if they catch you 2-manning on the stump with 2 power saws. Different story without a saw.
Yeah.
Here we're good.
Yep.
He's filming. It's not. It's frowned upon. It is frowned
It
upon.
introduces an element of exposure for one or the other
Doesn't
all the time.
it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
it really does. That's why they always say it doesn't matter what happens or who gets hurt in a setting. If someone comes running out from the bushes and a faller didn't even know me, it's coming to the stump. It's my fault.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
Yeah, it's when you pull the trigger on a gun. It's when you're driving a car. If somebody gets hurt, it's your fault.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And so we take it quite serious. So anyways, trees are on the ground. They come out nice. Got some good footage.
Yeah.
Our yellow cypress is,
How low can you cut that comfortably?
I'll show you.
That was the problem there. Like the yellow stake is for the underground.
I remember that. You telling me that last time.
And I'm squeezing through there with the little machine, but I can't get anything through there.
Yeah, I can get a bit off her.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
I thought you might like that. So
Really
that's
nice.
that square ground chain. And remember what we talked about. That gullet.
Yep.
It stays in all the way back, Scott.
Yep.
And look at the chip on the ground. Douglas fir, green Douglas fir.
Yep.
Look at that chip.
Yep. That's a nice high production chip.
So, and the gullet, leaving the gullet in on a chain like this, keeps you solid in the cut. I find when I remove gullet, the chain freaking double cuts and wanders because now it's a big tall tooth with no structure on the bottom.
Yeah, all it's holding is a channel in that
You
bar.
know this because you're a cutter.
Yeah, which may or may not be in nice shape, but with that top held too, yeah.
Strength keeps you a nice smooth inline from wandering off double cutting.
And I watched you scarf down into the edge of that stump, you know, pulling half a tooth without having it slide out ever. It was hungry for the wood.
Square.
It's hungry for the wood.
It's that working corner. It's that square corner that comes together. And if you have a top plate, it will not cut.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then you drop it down and get a small side peak. You're like, here we go. So you find that corner and you're off to the races. It's durable, but you notice when it dulls faster than round.
Yeah, interesting. Thanks for that, man. That was great.
Yeah, my
GoPro
pleasure.
stopped
I thought
recording.
you'd like that. So that's Pavarotti.
Yeah.
Isn't that a nice chain?
It's a nice chain.
You should try this.
Let Scott try this 500i. We're just gonna do a couple stand-up bucks. I'm gonna come back and buck this for my friends. Here we go.
You hear that little bark?
Yeah.
That's the richness.
Yeah. But man, it sure makes up power. The harder you pull it, the better it likes it.
Yeah, they
Okay, what did you just do pulling that rope up?
well, what these saws do, any motor, I don't think a lot of people know this, but when you turn a motor off, it actually goes backwards. Yeah, so it's just I started doing it with the old Macs because they got all that big compression.
Yeah.
And they actually go kunk. Let's do it.
Interesting.
It's a habit. From those old Macs,
Yeah, just give it
they
some-
will literally go kunk. You'll
Yeah.
see them. So it just saves out on the starter
You're
mechanism
just
in the
giving it a
dogs.
little, yeah.
Yeah, you just pull it out, turn it off, and then it's kind of at the mercy of the mechanism, not a dead stop.
That's it, friends. That was the segment with my good old buddy Scott. What a pleasure meeting that man. Today's video is out a little bit later, but I had a crazy day, but I still wanted to get out a video. I don't know if it's supper time or you're getting close to bedtime, wherever you are in the world. I just love you people, and I just wanted to get one out for you to kind of close out this segment with the Essential Craftsman. Again, Scott, if you're watching, thanks again, buddy. It was a good time working with you. I'm sure we'll see you again, probably in Oregon this time. But anyway, friends, work hard, be honest, be kind, and get good at something. Over and out.